Today, I want to talk about one online dating secret that every man needs to know. Because without this one secret, dating apps will never work for you. Doesn't matter if it's Tinder or Hinge or Bumble or Facebook dating or anything else, Raya, all of them. You'll simply swipe hundreds of times. You'll get some matches here and there, but you won't get women into your life or into your bedroom, right? So if you don't want dating apps to be a complete waste of your time, which I know you don't because you're paying for them, and if you'd like to turn these matches into dates and fun sexual encounters, then I need you to pay attention and keep watching this video. I'm Marnie, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl, and every week I'm going to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want, plus the most effective methods to win over any woman you like. So hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video. So what prompted me to make this video was a conversation I recently had with a client. His name is Peter. And on our call, he mentioned that he had been using dating apps for a few months now. He had his profile that was done quite well, in his opinion. He was getting some good matches too, so like it was working for him, but he was struggling to get any dates from these matches. And I probed further to see where Peter was getting stuck, and he said the problem was simply this: the women that he matched with would disappear after a few days of messaging, and sometimes after just one conversation. In fact, even the women who seemed really interested at first and like fully engaged would just end up ghosting. They just like disappear, and he would remain without any dates. So now, as an obvious next step, I asked him to show me some of these conversations he was having with women. And once I started looking and digging, it didn't take long to figure out what was really going on and what was going wrong, because Peter was making the same mistake that I see so many of my clients make with online dating. Now, before I explain to you what this is, and bear with me, I have a little cold today, you need to know one thing about women who are on dating apps. You see, when a woman swipes right on you or chooses to match with you, it means you made a good first impression with your profile. And now she wants to see if you're a fun guy to talk to, right? You have one check mark, and now let's get the rest. She wants to see if she has chemistry with you. This isn't true for all women, of course. Some women just like swipe right and then they just don't want to talk to the guy. There are women on dating tips who simply just enjoy the attention, but we'll come back to that in a minute. For the most part, if a woman matches with you, she wants to see if she likes talking to you, and if you're a fun guy, and if you guys have any chemistry. That's the goal for a lot of these women. Now, this is the most important part of this video, so listen very carefully. It doesn't take a woman 4 or 5 or 6 days worth of texting to see if there's chemistry. It happens much faster than that. In fact, it can happen in your very first conversation, and it should happen in your first conversation. You can have good, fun banter right from the start, and she can be hooked. And you can be hooked as well. However, this is where things can go horribly wrong. And this is where my client Peter and so many others have gone wrong in the past. Once there's some chemistry, once there's a good flow in the conversation, you need to understand that the clock is ticking and you have a very short window of opportunity to move things forward, to lead, to get her out of the dating app, off of the dating app, and into your life. Why? Because women are bombarded with new matches every single day. There are countless other guys fighting for her attention, and honestly, countless other things vying for her attention. So she might be intrigued by you today and show a lot of interest, but 2 days later, she can forget about you completely and focus on someone else because she's not obsessed with you. On the other hand, life can get in the way. As I just said before, things can happen in her real life that distracts her away from you or makes her forget about you completely. So after all, you're still just a stranger on a dating app. You're nothing real yet. You're just like flat on a screen. Then there's the issue of time conflict, which happens so much as women get older. You might be on the app at a certain time. She might be on at a completely different time. And that makes it hard to have a good back and forth conversation. Women in their 20s, on all the time. 30s and up, it gets a little bit more complicated. So whatever interest or chemistry that was there initially inevitably fades because you can't be online at the same time. She's sending a message and 3 days later, she gets a response. Now I know all this sounds awful, but this is the reality of online dating. It's fast-paced, it's fickle, it's annoying, it's superficial, okay? Be aware of that. And if you want to succeed with it, you need to accept this reality first. Second, you need to adopt a new approach to online dating, and I call it the rapid escalation strategy. Escalation. And here's how it goes. You match with a woman, you talk and you banter with her a little, And if she engages and shows interest, then you ask her for her number to escalate. You don't wait until you have 4 or 5 conversations with her over a week, because that is annoying. All you're looking for is one good conversation. Once she starts to show some interest and you see there's a good vibe going on, there's some chemistry, you've connected on something, ask for her number. And here's something you can say word for word to make her give you her number. Hey, let me get your number so we can text. It'll make it easier to get to know each other since we're unlikely to be on the app at the same time very often. Because that's the truth. This comes from a client of mine who has had a lot of success on the dating apps because of this text. And it's brilliant because you can easily slip it into any conversation once you've hit a high point and feel like she's interested. But there's also a huge side benefit to this. It lets you filter out the women who simply want your attention and will waste your time, right? It's like a call to action. Women who will text your ear off but never let you take things further. Because when you ask for her number, they'll most likely give you some vague excuse or just disappear, which is most likely what they'll do. And you'll know without wasting more time and energy on her that she was not the right woman to pursue. She wasn't into it the way that you were. That's why it's so crucial to go for the number and see if you can get her off the app sooner than later. Additionally, you can also ask for her number like this. So let's say there's a good back and forth conversation going on between the two of you and you're both online at the same time. Look for a moment where she asks you like a good, meaty question. And then let's say she asks you something like this. So what made you swipe on my profile? Instead of answering the question, like typing out this long thing, you can say, well, that's more of a face-to-face answer that I'm happy to give you on our first date. But before that can happen, what's your number? It's as smooth as it gets in terms of transitions, and it works anytime she asks you a question or just a personal and meaningful one. Because you don't want to just type all that out. In fact, 9 out of 10 times, if she's actually looking to date, she'll be happy to give you her number right after this. Now, it goes without saying that once you've secured the number, it's much easier to have a nice back and forth conversation over text or on a phone call. It's more personal than a dating app where you're just match number 167 for her. But that doesn't mean that it's game over and that you've got this in the bag. It doesn't mean you start taking it slow and wait for weeks to ask her out on a real date. The rapid escalation strategy still applies in this stage. Once you get her onto the texting phone, remember, she has not met you in person yet, and that's where a real connection happens. And you can see if there's really chemistry. That's when you can get a woman emotionally invested in you and you with her. No matter how fun and witty you are over text or even on a phone call, they can't replicate the connection that you can have and that can't happen in person. So here's what you do when you get her phone number. Have a few back and forth exchanges that are fun and playful. And if you watch my videos, you should know how to do that. Don't try to be too serious and get to know her as a person on text. The purpose of texting is simply to maintain a fun, flirty vibe and set up dates. That's it. So banter with her, flirt with her, just a few back and forth messages, then ask her out on a date. Or jump on the phone and then ask her on a date. Make a plan and move forward. So if you want to meet up with her, you say something like this. Hey, what are your plans for Thursday? I know this amazing Italian restaurant downtown and I'd love to take you there. I think you'd like it. Obviously, you switch the plan to whatever you have in mind. Don't say exactly what I said, but the point is, this type of phrasing makes you sound super confident and very attractive. You're not beating around the bush like most guys. You're not waiting for 6 weeks to ask the question. You know what you want and you're going for it. And women respond very positively to this kind of boldness and confidence. And if you follow this game plan with women from now on, from the time you match with her on the dating app, I promise that you will have a lot more dates and sexual relationships. Remember that you don't want to waste your time texting with her, and you don't want to waste your time messaging her on the apps. You're not there to be a text buddy to women. You're there to get women into your life. And if they don't want to be in your life, cut them off. And that's something every man needs to remember when using dating apps. That's how you navigate the world of online dating, and to be honest, the way that you navigate the world of real life. Now that said, there's something I'd personally like to know from you. Yes, you watching this video right now, you've watched it till this point right now, I want to get to know you better on a more intimate level. You see, in order for me to create the content that will benefit you the most, make videos for you that benefit you, I need to know what you want to hear about more than anything else. So I've set up a quick little survey for you that you can fill out in just 2 minutes right now, or not right now, but right after you've listened to me. And you can find it below or scan the QR code that's somewhere on your screen. Either way, this survey tells you lets you tell me exactly what you need help with when it comes to women and the things that you'd like to hear from me in the future. What's more, after you complete the survey, I'm gonna send you a very special thank you gift just for filling out this 2-minute survey. And it's no ordinary gift. I will be giving you free access to not one, but 2 of my paid online masterclasses worth $147 each. And you get to pick which ones you want out of the dozens I have on so many different topics. So give me 2 minutes of your time and I'll give you the content you want plus 2 free masterclasses right now. All you have to do is click the link below or scan the QR code on your screen and take the short survey that I have set up for you. It's really that simple, like super easy. There's no catch to it. I just wanna know more about you. Just that. It'll help me create awesome videos for you in the future. That's the only catch. That said, thank you for watching this video to the very end. I hope that you adopt this new way of online dating, rapid escalation, and as always, I'll see you next week.